Hello, YouTube. This is Barbara from California. This is a podcast for new eBayers who are out there looking for what items they're supposed to buy to resell on eBay. To recap from my last episode, I talked about two items that I found that you can find out there too that will bring you good profit. And those are blank audio cassette tapes. They were new and they were sealed in their original packaging. They were vintage and they had the Sony brand. Also, the cross-stitch sewing kits. These are embroidery kits that you see, and it's best to get them when they are sealed and unopened. And then I talked about making sure you don't buy too much stuff. Shopping is fun and your stuff really piles up fast, and it's a terrible feeling when you have stuff laying around that you haven't listed. So keep listing and be free and clear to go out and buy more stuff to resell on eBay. In this episode, I'm going to talk to you about a couple items that I bought and my reasoning behind why I bought them, where I bought them, what I paid for them, what I sold them for, and what profit I made from them. And then at the end, I'll give you a California gold nugget of knowledge, a pro tip that will help you with your eBay selling. Well, the first story I have to tell today is kind of a scary thing here. It happened at a thrift shop. Now, thrift shops, if you don't know, they have marked their prices up, and they know these days that people are buying and reselling probably, and their prices are high. But there's still always stuff that you could find at a thrift shop. Always, always, always. So one thing I always look for is shoes and boots. So I went to the shoe department, and I was looking around, and something caught my eye, and my eyes bugged out of my head, and it's something I've never seen before. Now, when you see something that you've never seen before that is really, really unique and different, that is something worth picking up and looking into. So it was a pair of boots that were just fluffy and furry, and they're completely covered in this curly lamb fur. And they were flat, nice winter boots, but they were totally furry, and all you can see is the toe and the heel practically on these boots, all fur, just beautiful. So I knew I had to look and find what the brand was, so I could quickly look them up on my phone and see what's going on with these boots. So you look on the sole, and if it's not on the sole, you look inside the boot down to the bottom, maybe hold it under a light and try to look at that brand. Or if you're lucky like I was, there was a tag, there was a fabric tag inside the boot near the top. And the brand said Bear Paw. So great, I'm looking up Bear Paw quickly, and these boots were just really, really, really a high-priced item. So that was just awesome. I knew I had to buy these. You know, I didn't like the price. It was $8. I usually don't pay $8 for a pair of shoes or boots. When I go to thrift shops, it's great to go on half-off day. If you go on half-off day at your thrift shop, half of your problems are taken care of right there. Just try to go on half-off day. You know, I could have got them for $4. So I just really wanted them bad. So I got them, and I brought them to the counter. This is where the horror began. I put the boots on the counter, ready to pay. The lady was there at the counter who was going to ring my boots up. Well, she turned around and she was rubbing her hands with some kind of glob of lotion or something on her hands. And everything went immediately into slow motion. And she was rubbing her hands and looking at the boots. And I was shocked and could not get any words out. My mouth froze. My mouth was open, and she was going toward the boots, rubbing her hands. And what I wanted to yell out was, "Don't touch the boots yet! Don't touch them! Fix your hands first!" Oh my God. So she walks toward the boots in slow motion. And sure enough, 2 fingers of each hand grab the boots. It's too late. I just couldn't get any words out. It's fine. I hope this plays out okay. Let's just see. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Oh, so I paid for the boots, and she's handling the boots and stuff. Bring them home. Well, you know what? The curly lamb fur was coming out from inside of these boots, cascading down the whole boots. That was the worry here, because no matter what she did with her hands, it's probably going to put something on the lamb fur. I brought it home, though, and lamb fur, that's pretty tough. That's tough stuff. They're out there in the elements, and I just grabbed a towel and kind of rubbed it off and got my shoe brush and brushed it out real nice and fixed it up. It all worked out fine, but it was just kind of touch and go there for a while. It was just a shocking experience, and I was glad it was over. Well, I find out when I look up these boots that these boots were made famous by Snooki from the Jersey Shore reality show, which is even better because these are all keywords that you can put in your listing. Made famous by Snooki of Jersey Shore. So these boots I listed and I got $83.50 for this pair of boots. Somebody paid $83.50 for the boots, including shipping, and I thought that was a great item to buy. My profit was $56.97. It was, boots are easy to ship. They don't break. They're not hard to photograph. There's no glare on them or anything. It's just a really great item to buy. So my price for $8 was turned out to be a really good deal. I made $56.97 over and above everything for those boots. The other item I bought was something I found at an estate sale. Remember, you can go to estatesales.org, put in your zip code, and find the estate sale near you. Just show up and start shopping. Well, this item was in the bedroom in a closet, and it was just jumping out at me and calling my name, this beautiful piece of gorgeous clothing. And I couldn't understand why anybody did not pick this up. Well, let me tell you what it was. It was a jacket. It was a blanket style wool jacket, buttoned up the front with a huge collar, and it had a vibrant, pretty southwestern print with rich colors, oranges and tan, and I think purple, and it was a gorgeous garment. But the great thing about it was Ralph Lauren. Now, Ralph Lauren, as you know, is a successful fashion designer who's been around since the 70s, and everyone loves his clothing, all ages, and he just keeps designing these gorgeous pieces that people want. So you see Ralph Lauren all around. It's best not to pick up the plain Ralph Lauren items. And what those are the regular old Ralph Lauren polo shirts. Now, these are the golf shirts, short sleeve, small pony on the chest. Everyone has one. There's too many of those on eBay to sell. And also the button front shirts, either dress or casual, the plaid and striped button front men's shirts. Don't pick those up. There's too many of them on eBay. But do pick up the real unique, interesting stuff like this beautiful jacket that I found. And you can find like vintage, sporty, old school type items, or anything leather, or those sweaters, those knit sweaters with a giant teddy bear on the front, or anything large pony, like a rugby style shirt, new or old, it doesn't matter. People love the large pony. So anything different of Ralph Lauren is worth buying. This beautiful blanket southwestern print Ralph Lauren wool men's large size jacket was an item that I knew about from watching YouTubes, and I just knew that good Ralph Lauren is good, but not the plain stuff with the small pony that you see all the time. So I listed this item for $144, and that's what somebody paid for this item, including shipping. And I had bought it for $3 at the estate sale. $3. Sold it for $144 because I knew it was a good thing. It's something you don't see, and it was used. This thing is used. You don't see these everywhere, but it's a really high-end item. And boy, if you can get it for $143 on eBay, that's a good deal. So I ended up making $109 in profit over and above everything for this beautiful Ralph Lauren jacket. Make sure you pick up the Ralph Lauren items you see out there, but they have to be the special ones. For the California Gold Nugget of knowledge, your pro tip today is get your inner packaging supplies for free. Don't pay for them. It's terrible if you have to pay for your packaging supplies. Plenty of eBayers do it, but you don't need to do it. I'm talking about the packing peanuts, air pillows, bubble wrap, foam sheeting, paper that you use for dunnage to pack around your items inside the box to protect them during shipping. Well, I found a way to get this stuff for free, and you can do it too by just putting in a little bit of legwork in your own town. I went to a few shops and just asked. These 3 shops I went to were a small gift shop, a mom and pop small toy shop, and a health food store which sells vitamins and supplements and all types of health foods. So I went to these shops and said, I sell online and am always looking for shipping supplies that I reuse and repurpose. Do you have any packaging supplies that you aren't using and that you'd like to recycle? So the first place I went, she turned around right after I said it, walked into the room, came out with a huge bag of stuff. And I thought, whoa, this is easy. And so from these three places, before you know it, I'm getting loaded down with plenty of beautiful peanuts and air pillows and bubble wrap that's just bright and shiny, new and clean, sheeting and paper, all thicknesses, thin, medium, heavy, beautiful stuff. So much that I had to tell them, I had to say, hold off for now. Let me call you when I need more. And I was sharing it with an eBay friend of mine. So please do not pay for your inner shipping padding supplies, because businesses want to help out other businesses, especially if you're recycling. They don't need this packaging because people come in and buy their stuff and they walk out with it in a bag and they just don't need the packaging, but it's just a shame for them to waste it. So go ahead and find that stuff in your own town for free. Well, that is it for this podcast today. Thank you so much for joining me. I enjoyed sharing some of my eBay knowledge with you. Come back next time for more, and leave your questions and comments below, and email me if you like at barbarafromcalifornia@gmail.com. I hope you have a happy, joyful, sunshiny day. This is Barbara from California, signing out. Bye.